more? Now I am unemployed, but I used to work as a customer with customers relations, services, and things like that. I studied tourism at the university, but I went away from the career in the start of my professional life, but I will return. I'm retransition made I mean the transition time to move and to move abroad also maybe I don't know next year and what more? I think that's it. And I like to travel by bike as well. That's one
Mm,
of
Oh,
my yes, one of my curiosities.
you're very courage.
thank you, Erica. Yes. Márcio, your turn. Please introduce
Yes,
yourself.
yes. Good evening again, guys. I'm Marcio Romualdo. I'm 44 years old. I'm married. I have three daughters. I am a security network engineer. I'm graduated in computer network and the MBA in architecture in the infrastructure IT. Um, I like a lot to travel when I have opportunity and time. So maybe alone, sometimes alone, sometimes with my family. I love spend time with my families, especially my daughters. I love workout, go to the gym, run on the street, run on the park. Um, I love these open activities. So I love to reading good books, um, watching good series and movies. And I'm from São Paulo, capital, and I am here in Talk and Talk. When I said before, February this year, my goal here is improve my English, my proficiency in English, and not only conversation, but another skills too, uh, um, writing, reading, and listening, and of course, conversation. That's it, guys.
Thank you so much, Márcio and Erica, for being here. So, my name is Iago. I am 29. I live in a small town in Ceará, Apoiarés, it's the name. I live here with my husband and seven cats. Usually, I have one or two here with me, but today they didn't want to work with me, so I'm working alone all day. I work as an instructional designer. I love to read in my free time, mostly science fiction, fantasy, and some romance novels too. I like embroidering too, and yeah, I think that's it. And today, guys, we are going to talk about goals, basically, about our objectives. I think that it's a nice topic to talk about it because we can start that we all have the same goal here, for example, at TNT, that is improving our English for different other goals that we might have with our English. And that's something that I am really curious about to talk about with you guys. But just before we start the questions, let me just introduce Talk and Talk a little bit. So Talk and Talk is a platform that we can practice language, English, Spanish, French. I think that we have some others, but I don't remember. But the main goal here is to share with other people to improve our English. with any topics that we want to talk about it. And as I said, today we are going to talk about goals, our objectives. And the first question is, what's one goal you've kept for a long time and why hasn't it changed? Márcio, what's one
So,
goal that you
of course, my first goal nowadays uh, it's stay fluent in English. But why hasn't it changed in my life? Because I am I consider that I'm not arrived this goal. Okay, I am get this goal. Okay, day by day, every single day. So I don't need change this goal. When I speak fluent, okay, the goal it's goal completed. But per hour, I'm not changed because this because I'm not consider my English fluent again. Okay, so I consider that I've evaluated a lot my English since the February, for example, when I start in talking talk. So nowadays, I can speak better, more fluent. So I need get more vocabulary. Okay, my connections needed sounds better. Uh, my sentence. That's it. It's a marathon, not centimeter, 100 meters. Okay, for me, this is goal is most important nowadays in my life.
Yeah, and I think that even when you are fluent, proficient in a language, if you don't keep practice, you probably will lose some of the ability, you know. That's something that I always see when I don't know, for some reason, I'm not here for immersions, for example. I had this 1 month that I wasn't able to join an immersion because I just changed work and I was trying to figure out my new routine and I wasn't able to fit uh, a right time for me to practice. And when I got back to practice English, I feel like the wheels were dry, you know, to keep turning. It was I need to put more effort to think about it. So, oh, I think that this word is expressed this way. So it's a never-ending work, I think, learning another language. And Erica, for you, what's one goal that you've kept for a long time?
It's a goal for a long time that it didn't exist anymore. This question is about, or
No, that you
no,
still have.
that I'm okay. Okay, I think it's to the goal to move abroad, move to abroad, no, and because I think about that from, I don't know, my 10 years ago, more or less, and I didn't have the opportunity. I don't know. I was really, como que é apegado?
Best. It's a tricky
Attached.
word.
Yes, no.
Attached. Yes.
Attached. Yeah. I was attached with my life, with what was happening in my life until certain part of that. And then I received some signals that the time is arriving from the university, maybe, I don't know. But some tips and some things that it was happening uh, some months ago. My fired when I was fired as well. I was thinking about, okay, next year I'll move, but I don't know because I have a job here. I don't know what I do and things like that. No, but that's it, I think. And I'm feeling that the moment is arriving, and it will be in the next year. But I'm until preparing myself, practicing my English, because I will, for sure, I will, I will need, and that's it.
Yes, that's a nice goal. Do you think, do you have a specific country already, or you still figuring it out
I'm
where
still
you
figuring
will
it
want to
out.
go?
Yes, I it I think that will be some, or Spain, Italy, because it's more warm. Some warmer one,
Yes,
because I don't like the cold.
yes, you live by the beach, so I think that a cold weather
Yes, and
it will
people
be
are
really
happier.
different.
People
Yes,
in Europe used to be not so happy, and people, yes, when it
yes, yeah.
is warm, it's
Uh,
more it's happier, no?
yeah, I think that you should move to a place that has beach.
Yes. To start.
Uh, Guys, for me, I think that I have two goals that I have been keeping for a long time. I think that one of them is about practicing my English. I am here in Talk and Talk for a year, but before that, I used to join some other communities to practice English. And another goal that I have is to keep exercising because that's something that I used to hate when I was younger. I really hated my whole, no, part of my life because I was forced to exercise, basically. We all need to exercise, right? But when I was a kid, I was forced to. I did enjoy physical education classes at school. I did enjoy, and but I always went to the gym in some part of my life, and that was something that I only become to enjoy going to the gym, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And now that's something that I like. And that's something that I miss when I don't go. For example, I am with, I don't know how to say toxicology, but I am with that since Saturday. And I didn't went for the gym today. And that's something that I always feel down a little while, because I always feel like really energetic when I exercise. And that's a goal that I have for my entire life because I know that it's something that will help me to have a better life, for to live longer with more quality of life. And yeah, I think that these are my two goals that I don't change for nothing. And yeah, I think that for me is this. Let me see another question. I think that question number two is a good one. How do you know if a goal is truly yours or someone else's expectation? Márcio, what do you think? You are muted.
Yes, let me read it again. True. I don't remember these words. True, true. Uh, okay. In my opinion, this question occur more frequent in a corporate environment. Okay, so in my case, all the goals is very specific for me or for others. So for me, it's more specific. I'm thinking now in which case this question apply. Uh, so maybe in a goal team, for example, there are much of the companies the goals for a team and the a group the persons. So here in a company that I work nowadays, for example, in at the moment I am enjoying a specific project. Okay, so there are a colleague that help me in this project, but this project that are my name. Uh, so all the goals that how do you say perseguir in English?
Pursue,
Pursue,
pursue. Yes, I
pursue.
think.
Oh. So all the goals that I pursue, I have 100% uh, the the knowledge that this go with me. Okay, so that's it. That's it, Thiago.
Yeah, I think that it is nice to have this clear image that your goals are fit for yourself because sometimes with the external pressure and social media and people that we see as reference sometimes we might think that something is for us and then we set a goal, but sometimes it's not, you know. But I would like to hear from Erica too. How do you know if a goal is truly yours or someone else's expectation?
I think it's kind of simple, the answer. What makes your heart vibrate? You have to feel in yourself how it moves, how it feels, no? And if this goal make your heart happy, no, makes your heart vibrate better, vibrates like with enthusiasm. I think the goal is yes, it's truly. Otherwise,
Yes,
no.
yeah, yes, I agree. I think that sometimes we need to trust our gut more, you know, to,
Yeah.
okay, I think that this is the path. Guys, for me, I I think that I am with Erica when she said about, you know, how do you feel about setting this goal and imagining this situation in the future? I think that this exercise of trying to visualize how is going to be the process and how is going to be when the goal is set is something that really helps me to understand, okay, do I feel comfortable with this? Or is this something that I am only thinking because I was influenced by other person? Because, for example, I think that I'm graduating in English and I was a teacher for a while. I think that I was a teacher in public schools for 5 or 6 years. and and I wasn't happy as a teacher. And it was something that I knew that it wasn't for me. Sometimes I enjoy being a teacher, and okay with that, but I was more unhappy than happy in that profession. And sometimes I think that I used to thought that okay, if I do like a test and be a public server as a teacher, it will be fine. But it was something that I was thinking only about the other people, about the others' expectations, because being a public server, it's good. Sometimes you have a good salary. Sometimes you have how can I say it? You have I totally forgot the word even in Portuguese. Estabilidade. You have stability, and but I realized that that was not something that I want because I didn't want to be a teacher. And I need to and that was something that I was trying all the time. I used to do like I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 tests to be a public servant, but I wasn't feeling the emotion, the thrive to to study and to pursue that goal. And then when I realized that okay, I think that this is about that I don't want to be a teacher, and then I realized that okay, so I don't need to make these tests anymore, not to be a teacher because I don't want to be a teacher. And I think that sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's hard to realize this, that it's about the other's expectations, how the other person will see you. And but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I I think
Very,
that yeah, go on.
very good explanation of it.
Yeah. Guys, let me see another question. I think that question number 5 is a good one. What tools or habits help you remember what you're working towards? Matthew, what tools or habits do you have to remind you a goal that you have?
Mm, depends, Iago, depends. Uh, in my case, I like a lot use calendar and OneNote. Okay, for example, when I have a plan, when I can plan my week, for example, I put all the appointments in my calendar. And for example, I have a goal to get a new certification, Fortinet, for example. So I create a notes in OneNote, and confirm I study the chapters, for example, and labs. I put my notes there, and I reserve an hour, 2 hours in my calendar to make this task, for example. So basically, I use OneNote, calendar, and sometimes I have a properly uh, group in WhatsApp where I I attach many files or notes, the quick notes, né? Quick notes for remember the determined task, the temporal task. Uh, that's it. Basically, I'm not complicate, complicated my my tasks. I use these tools. For example, I know to do the Microsoft good, but if you use many tools, it's complicated your life, in my opinion. Okay, so for me, calendar okay with uh, remember 1 hour before, for example, and my notes, because in the same place I have all the notes that I work. Okay, doesn't matter if it notes the English, notes the certification, notes the another topics that I work. That's it, Iago.
Yes, I think that we always need a good system that works for us and that is simple. Because if it's too hard just to organize, we won't keep the motivation and the habit to do that. I think that you have a good strategy. And Erica, how is for you? What tools or habits help you remember what you're working towards?
Hmm, I don't use too much tools. Maybe the calendar of Google as well, and some post-its here in front of me to organize some things better in my life, my week, things like that. And I think that's it. That's it.
Yes. Guys, I think that for me, I I don't have uh, uh, a good um, set of tools or habits for something, and I think that it's something that I need to improve because I don't know, I am really resistant with technological tools. I don't know why, because I'm 29. I should be more able to put this in apps or something like this. And sometimes it's hard for me because, sometimes during the day I keep my phone away from the office to not to lose my attention. And I use like this planner. I don't know if you can
Uh-huh,
see,
more or less.
but yes, it's like
Ah, okay,
you
yeah.
have the whole week, and then I write
Yes.
down what I need to do. It's always on my desk in my office, so for me it's easier to
It's
see
good.
my whole week,
It's good.
and I think that it works for me. But I think that I need to improve because, for example, I wish that I have more time to study English, for example, to practice writing. And and that's something that I know that I should put on my calendar, like, I don't know, 15 minutes to exercise writing about a topic, like we do here as conversation, but writing down. I know that I can do this, but sometimes I just don't do it because it's not my schedule. I don't program to do that. And I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me, and I think that I need to improve a little while when it comes to setting little goals to a big goal. Um, let me see another question here, guys. Márcio, would you like to choose a question for us?
Sure, just a second. Mm, no, the next one, 6. A good question. How often do you review your progress, and what happens when you don't? Guys, it's very important question and action. How often do you review your progress? So in this case, I think that very important feedbacks, because it's very hard, auto evaluation. Okay, uh, it's very hard. So it's very important auto critication. It's very important you map your gaps, in my opinion. So it's good when another person with possible, for example, in English, okay? Uh, you request to feedback to a teacher, for example, or a person that have English C1 level, for example, because uh, in this case, the person can take weak points that your English, for example, hello, Iago, in my opinion, do you need more vocabulary, for example, okay, Iago, do you need more vocabulary? Do you need improve your listening? Etc., etc. Okay, and in my opinion, this feedback is important. All the fields in your life, okay, independent that your goal, that your task, feedback is very, very, very important. So, in my opinion, if you not find a feedback, uh, stay hard. You can evaluation your progress. Okay. For example, um, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I did an interview in English. So in that moment, uh, I think, okay, my English is good, but when I did the interview, oh my gosh, it's very hard. So imagine there are a good point in this case because I did the interview in my area, IT. Okay, so in IT, I have a good vocabulary. So I uh, I was capable to explain my experience, explain my ideas, explain my plans on the area. Okay, so but in other areas, for example, in day by day, when I need talk with a native person, for example, an English person, it's very hard. The uh, British native, the another accent. For example, when I need speaking an India person, for example, another situation. So the real life. So in this case, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to improve a lot my English. So I had uh, a feedback that my life, okay, not the another person. So in this case, auto critication. Okay, so for me it is, and you, Iago or Erica?
Yeah, I think that feedback is really important, including this was my last topic, immersion, last Friday. We talk about, and Erica was there, we talk about feedback.
Yeah.
And and
Good
when
topic.
when you said about the interview, I immediately thought about the same situation that I passed through because you immediately see what are the gaps that you have when you are talking to a native person. You immediately realize that, okay, I need to work on this, I need to explain this better, I need to improve this better. And for me, it was this. I had this really clear when I was in the same situation. And what about you, Erica? How do you review your progress? And do you have a routine for doing that or
No.
not yet?
Not yet. I'm needing to make something about that. I I realized that some weeks ago because yes, I don't have any strategy an strategy assim, for it. And what happens if you don't have any strategy for it? You keeps like lost on your life, on your goals, no? Um, and it's very bad, very terrible when you are lost or you have no no view of what you are doing or planning. No, I think that's it.
Yes, I totally agree because and for me it's the same. I don't have a clear view of how I am doing or how I am how I'm developing my skills. It can be at work for me. I think that is more clear because I have instant feedback about everything that I do. We have a really good feedback culture in the place that I work now. And for me, that's great because I understand what it's working and what I can improve better. But for other things, when it comes to my personal life, I don't have this track to, okay, I'm seeing these, let's say, statistics to understand that I am improving on this field of my life. And that's something that I know that is necessary, but sometimes I get a little scared to do this because I'm a little control freak sometimes. So sometimes I'm afraid to to put like numbers and to structure a routine for to follow something that I am doing, and I got totally freaked out about that specifically. But we need to see some middle ground for it, right? We need to to understand what works for us and what we can do that will not let us crazy, but will really help us to keep improving. But that's hard sometimes, I would say, speaking for myself. Erica, I think that we have a little more time for another question. Would you like to choose our
Ai,
final
ai,
question?
gosh. E agora? Ah, how do small wins influence your confidence to keep going? This one. How do small wins influence your confidence to keep going? How? Hmm,
Good question. Like, good
I
question.
think this how is complicated to answer how, but I think yes, small wins influence too much our confidence to keep going. If we concentrate concentrate on that, I don't know if concentrate is the right verb, but that's the way of think. If you concentrate in these small wins, dire, no, dire small wins, we keep going stronger and more motivate as well to go ahead and to pursue our goals and what more can I say?
I think that a good question to add to this is like, do you celebrate the little wins that you have?
I don't think so. I think not all the ones, but we have to. It's good to. It's very good. It's very important to celebrate our small wins, our small Small passos. Como que é passos? Esqueci. Não, that's it.
Yes, I totally agree. And what about you, Márcio? How is small wins?
Uh, for me, it's the most important goal, the motivation for me. Small wins, small victories. Okay, it's very important, guys, because for me, I celebrate all the small wins in my life. For example, when I did the interview, okay, I didn't pass, okay, no problem. But for me, it's a great victory because I was capable. This made that interview. Okay, imagine one year ago, I didn't. I am a lot stuck, né? Stuck travado, né? Stuck. Uh, so nowadays, for example, in my current job, I did interview in English. Guys, for me, it's for was the maximal victory for me. Okay, small victory because my challenge here is most biggest. Okay, so uh, I pass in these interviews. Okay, in English. When I did immersion, for example, for me a small victory because one more immersion, one more opportunity to talk a little bit. So I perceived nowadays in each immersion, my English improve a little bit. Okay, I learn a new word with my colleague, a new expression, okay, sometimes a phrasal verb. So when I listening, for example, news today, I reading the news, the Trump in discuss in Israel, for example. I understand some expressions that uh, reading, okay. So no, for me it's a small victory, okay, because I am enjoying this process. i'm enjoying I'm enjoying this process. So it's very important because imagine, sometimes you can uh, a big goal when I speak fluent. Hello guys, come on, this is a process. Okay, this is a process. uh, Day by day you improve a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. After 1 year, your English will be very good. Okay, so for me it is when I learn new 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 things. Doesn't matter what. For me it is I my how do you say seta? Do you remember seta in English? Arrow, yes, my arrows. Uh, não sei falar o resto. Está apontada para isso.
Deve ter uma expressão para isso.
There
That's
might
it.
be.
No
Yeah,
problem,
I
guys.
think
It
that,
is.
yeah, I totally agree, Marcel, with you because I think that when we understand that we need to celebrate our small victories, even though the mistakes that we did during the process, but I think that being able to enjoy the journey, it's something really good because sometimes we only focus on the goal, on the future, and not necessarily focus on, yes, that's the expression. And I think that the sometimes only focusing the main goal for the future doesn't make us moving forward. Sometimes it keeps us stuck. And and I think that I think that you said it all. And while you was speaking, I was thinking about that. For example, you have three kids, right? That you said. And I remember a friend that she just have a baby, and I think that he's 6 months old, I think. And when I think about celebrating small wins, I always remember my friends' kids because they are always so happy. I don't know when the kids start to laughing, for example, because that's something that takes a while for a baby to do, for laugh loud, you know. Or how you expect to the kid to walk or to speak. And that's something that it's so small if we think of us as adults, as grown-ups, for example. But when we see this example for example, little kids, little babies doing little things, literally doing small steps, that's something that parents are really happy to see, for example. And I think that when we do small steps, also, we need to be really happy for ourselves and for the people that are around us celebrating small wins. Guys, we don't have time for another question, but I would like to hear from you. What did you think about the topic? Because I really enjoyed this conversation, but how was for you, Erica?
It was good. I liked it also. I also liked it. And and it's very nice questions. I don't know who did it, but congratulations for it. It's a good
I
topic
just I
to think
just
about
had the
it.
idea and ChatGPT wrote the questions for me.
Ah, congrats for you too, for you both.
But thank you for being here again, Erica. It was really
Oh,
nice to see
you're
you.
welcome. I
And
like.
how was for you, Marcio, the conversation?
It was amazing because this topic make part that our life, okay? So all the things that make my life has a goal, né? So in this topic has another subjects, for example, discipline, plan, uh, effort. There are another things very important that do you need to uh, uh, arrive your goals. So for me, it's amazing discuss about this topic because force you reflection. Okay, it's important. Sometimes I
I
don't think
agree.
about this.
I
I
agree.
don't think.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes,
Thank you
and
so
thank you
much,
so much
Iago.
for thank you for saying plans and efforts because I wrote down these two questions and I will think about them for next immersions.
Good, good,
Guys,
good.
thank you so much again. I hope you have a really nice week ahead. And that's it.